I had a chance to see Tanuki Pond, which was it's out of the guys, some of the team that made Curse to Golf. So
really?
Still has a little bit, has a little bit of that quirkiness to it. Very innovative. It's a 3D action adventure-ish game. And when I say that, what I mean is you star as a little Tanuki who has kind of lived in the shadows in this town. And it's the festival that comes around every, I don't know what the developer told me, like 50 years or something. Festival comes around and you have to kind of help get the town festival ready and get everybody up and running. And so you decide to take on a job because you've been pretty quiet your whole life, right? You don't speak the human language. You can only communicate with your hands, right? So you can understand people, but they can't understand what you're saying. So you're kind of using your hands to talk, or the Tanuki is. But you decide to get a job as a postman, which is phenomenal. So you ride a bike around town. Is so cute. Like BMX style. You can grind rails. You can do kick flips. You can do all kinds of stuff. And as you're going around town, and it's the purpose of the game is like, it's not necessarily a cozy game. It's like a summer job experience type of thing. And the dev said it's basically got like 3 layers. One is the whole BMX thing, right? You have funny. You can grind on rails. You can just get to, and it was really funny because we had to get to this sumo hut thing, the sumo arena. And he said almost everybody wants to follow the road to get there, but he and a few others will like just hop across the roofs of the buildings and stuff and grind rails to get there and get there a lot faster. So he's finding it really, they're finding it really interesting of how people are approaching the different aspects of the game. And of course, a lot of this is when things start to open up, you're learning and kind of understanding what you can do. If you, by the way, you can get off the bike, or if you fall off the bike, you can run down the street and do stuff, and then you can call the bike like Zelda style, like Breath of the Wild, and the bike will just kind of show up. So, the first part is the BMX. Second part is the job thing, which is like you're actually doing like little errands, and they're really funny errands. Like one of them is the 2 that I did. I had to deliver a package to a retired sumo wrestler, which was really cool because if it was a like actual guy who was being a wrestler, it would have been a little bit more kind of obvious. But because it was a retired sumo wrestler, he's receiving I'll just say it, he's receiving like VHS tapes of his old glory days. So he's all excited. And he decides to teach you to sumo wrestle. And so you can reply yes or no that you want to learn, and it'll affect like your relationship with them and like certain like bonuses and aspects of parts of the mission. But one thing that was really funny is they told me that like a big part of the game is how much time and energy they put into getting the animations for the Tanuki. Again, doesn't speak, just responds with animation like hands and stuff.
So good.
When I went to drop off the package to the sumo wrestler, the way I parked my bike, so you'll have like the boxes stacked up for all the packages you're delivering. By the way, you organize the packages Tetris style on this board, which is really neat.
That's Stranding style.
I was going to say Resident Evil style. So they're all stacked up. And the way the animation it was set up, the camera was, the boxes were blocking my facial animation. So you just see the poor little Tanuki's hands behind it. It was really funny. They spent all this money and it was blocked. And then he decides to teach you to be a sumo wrestler. It's really funny. And then the next one was at the grind the rails and do a bunch of stuff to get to the other side of town. It was working at a pub called The Bridge and literally like pouring 2 types of beer. But the joke was like, so the developers are out of Kyoto, and it's a known fact, like the trend in Japan for beer. You're going to love this, Taylor. That's why go check it out tomorrow. The trend for beer, and I know this too from going to Japan a few times, is that they like to have a lot of head in the beer.
Yeah,
we don't.
And he's
British.
He's British, so he's like he wants zero head.
So the bar owner he's like, we've had a perfect record, 0 complaints. My guy's off for the day because of the festival. Can you take over? I just need you to pour the beers. It's literally a red and a green.
It is. Yeah, it was like orange juice because they can't just Nintendo
juice. Yeah. And so you can pour it, and then you can kind of tip, and you can tip some out.
Yeah, you got to do it where you have to tilt the glass.
Yeah, and they give you like here's how much they want, like
here's how much head they want.
Oh,
Here's
so
how
it's
much.
like root beer tap. Right?
It's like a root, kind of like root beer tap.
It's kind of like root beer.
Root beer. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, root beer.
Play date. So if you get them all perfect, great, you continue his streak. But if you screw up and you get below like a 4 overall rating, then you've actually broken his like forever streak, and he like treats everybody.
And he'll remember it.
He'll remember it.
God.
He will remember it.
Also, the dev was saying that like he had the team make a really complicated water physics thing.
Oh.
That's really only for this mini game that you're gonna play
so
maybe
funny.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
so funny.
It's and like so, there are these little missions, but they're all these like they're not really mini. Well, some of them are mini games, but they're missions that the dev team wants people to. They know people don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
So it's like you're only gonna do it once or twice, and that's it.
He said it's like when this game is over, it's like we know that it's over. You're done with it. That's what we want it to be. It's like you've got
exactly. Yeah. And the third part of the layer is the actual shrine. You're getting all this stuff. You're kind of getting paid. You can actually start decorating the shrine Animal Crossing style and
Happy Home Academy.
Happy Home Academy. So there are these like 3 layers, and it was really interesting, charming game, fun.
They did not get the
experience.
Tanuki giant balls. Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Too bad.
But yeah, Tanuki Pond. I think 2025 is supposed to be out or something like that. So.
Can't wait.